Yep. That's what it is. Yep. Eagles way up boxing up in here. Waiting on my late crowd. Y'all like to come in late. I'm just gonna sip my tea until y'all get here. Do you want me to do hum? La la la. No, that's not humming. That's la la la. That's good right there for me. A lot of little small things. Just small stuff because it's small people that come up. So the idea is, small people, they come up. So we got to talk small. Talk about some big things, but we got to get to the bottom of this, and we got to see what we're doing is we're peeling back layer after layer. So your thinking game has to be up. You know what I mean? Your thinking game has to be up. If your thinking game is not up, you're going to mess up. Or you're going to mess up. Because what you're going to do is you're going to make a statement, and we're going to start to bury that statement. But I leave it on you. I leave it to you to do all the statement making. And then I come back. Gotta tune this thing up. I'll tune this up while I'm waiting on y'all. Yeah, almost tuned. Not quite. Got to work on it just a little bit more, and we'll get to it. Yeah, but we're gonna be stuck on this alpha subject, man. And also this new boxing distraction that we have right now. When are we gonna ever get up off of this? Man, little did I know when I said that the deception was gonna go into this year. Little did I know it was gonna be such a huge thing. And got so many people out on it. I'm gonna try not to be too deep and not be too heavy out, because I lose people when I get too deep and I get too heavy. They start losing out. They start freaking out. Oh no, I can't believe that, or whatever. It's because everything is right in your face. Everything's just right here. It's right in your face. So what you gonna say? So if it's right there, it's not a good thing to be in denial when something's right there in your face. You know what I mean? So you got stuff right here. It's here. It's right here. Huh? So even if you don't have the best vision, I don't, so everybody knows that. I don't have the best vision. I got light. My eyes are kind of sensitive to light, so I'm always under some kind of even these have like a little bit. You guys can see my eyes, but at least they have like a kind of a tint to them. But we got to look through all this stuff, and this distraction, everybody knows what the big distraction is. And so boxing as a sport, prize fighting. So we got to put all this together, prize fighting and boxing as a sport and all that. You got to put everything together. And then, so the way we break it down is we have to set it back up into its own arena. So are we going to be able to set it back up in its own arena? And we'll mostly talk about boxing. We might cover some other sports, but are we going to be able to put it back into its own arena to get what we need to see? Forget who you want to, forget the fighters themselves. Just forget them. You know what I mean? I see down there Gil to the Coles. He said, "Sup, Eagles Web? What's up to Gil?" Salute out to Gil Coles up in there. Blowing me up this morning, messing with me. But yeah, we got to see. And I'm gonna talk about the little crybaby that we didn't get to talk about him last week because everybody was bringing him up, and but my thoughts wasn't on him. My thoughts was on Shakur Stevenson. But now the more that, because I'm starting to see too many feeds, far as like, you know, his name is just coming up a little bit too much, and I'm not gonna sit here. No, that's not what I called it, Gil. I gave you something else, so you can put that down. He said Eagle TMT. No, put up HMT and stop laughing. I'll give it to you later. I'll wait until I'll give you your shout out when everybody when more people actually show their face in the chat, not just floating around. When some more people show, then I'll shout you. I want to shout you out just for you, but at least people will know, hey, yeah, Eagle he will shout you out. You know what I mean? I already have it. You go. Let's go. Matter of fact, let me see something. Hold on. Let me see. I got to see where it's at. I got to make sure it is right because I wanted to make sure it comes in. When it comes in, I want to make sure that it comes in the right spot. Nah, that's gonna be. Let me see. Let me see where it's at. I got to make sure it's in the right spot. It's kind of small, but it. Okay, let me fix it. It's kind of, you can't see what I'm doing, but if I fix it, I can make it to where I know you'll be able to see it. Yeah. I found this guy was telling me they got some spots over here, Gil, where they sell like the old school whips. They have a garage for it. I'm like, okay. I said I need to hit up that garage, man. The old school whips and stuff like that, because I think I might get me an old school whip. I'd rather have one than these new cars. I'm thinking about it, my investment, because it's not. If you think about it, if you get an old school whip, just think about it. If you get an old school whip and you pay like if you get it for, like, say for instance, let me get a sip of it. But if you get it for a decent deal, you're not ever gonna lose out. And yes, you destroy it, you're not gonna lose out. It might cost a little bit for certain parts, but certain places you can just go get it. You just stock up, and you could just look for stuff online. Well, the guy told me that they had a Challenger. I always wanted a Challenger. I told him I wanted a 72. I wanted a Challenger. I think it's a 72 or 73. I got to look at. When I look at them, I can tell which one is which. I think like a 72. I like it, but I want it to be built up though. I see you down there, down to the dot up in here. The Eagles wear box. Y'all know what it is. Got the eagle up good. Got the web up good. The glove, the bell. Oh, you already know, man. Thumbs up. Y'all hit my bell, man. My web watch has been, y'all been missing, I mean, not my bell, but y'all been missing my thumbs up, man. Y'all coming straight in live, and you don't have the option. If you're on a portable device, you don't have the option to hit the thumbs up. So hit my thumbs up before you hit live. Thumbs up, like he said, hang out, everything's cool. He said, peace to it. But if something go wrong, he said the neck is available for the Lions. He said, Dada sliding it down like Holmes. That's right, sitting his ass down. Yep. Gil said old school cars are money pits. Yeah. But see, the thing is, if you buy brand new cars, and like I said, we're going to talk about the system, we're going to talk about all this other stuff. But if you go and buy brand new cars, for instance, as soon as you drive it off the lot, depending on how much is, okay, let's say, for instance, let's take a $40,000 car. So $40,000 car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, no matter what it is, that's already $7,000. At least $7,000 as soon as you drive it off the lot. First couple of years, it's plummeting. The price of it is plummeting. When I'm saying that, I'm saying far as like your return value. Like if you was gonna trade it in, your return on it, your return is gonna be. You're gonna be like, that's it. So I just bought this yesterday. Nah, that's all it's worth today. Are you kidding me? So that means all the other cars are sitting on the lot. The same car that you bought, all those should be worth the same. It kind of tells you that they really still, no matter what, if they tell you invoice or whatever, they still ripping you off. Now, on the other hand, if you got a classic that's built up and nice, once you leave the lot, it's not going to just, it's already, it may be an antique. It's not going nowhere. And I'm quite sure if you buy one, usually, well, only idiots buy them and then wreck them. Come out, as soon as you come out, is, oh, you like the engine, you like the way it sounds, and you just floor it as soon as you get out. You know what I'm saying? You flying down the street and fishtailing and everything else, doing donuts. Yeah, that's an idiot. So an idiot does that. Its car still be worth a lot, but it's not going to be worth quite as much. You know, but if you getting it just to take care and just be cruising in, you know what I'm saying, just to hit the beach with and other stuff, I mean, it's still going to, see, because I think most people that buy stuff like that, they know how to take care of stuff better. Because it's probably going to have a rebuild in it. Matter of fact, and I wouldn't even worry about that, because if I got it cheap enough, so I'm like, I put my money aside to, I mean, if something go wrong, they say I just throw me another engine. Matter of fact, I might do that anyway. You got your family car, then you got your, you got your man cave. That's what they call it, man cave. You got your man cave car. That's my man cave car. What? You see? I'm just saying, because people got to look at investments better, when you look at your investments and stuff. A lot of this stuff, because you don't even need a lot of this stuff. A lot of stuff we go out and buy, we don't even need that crap. What would I buy? What would I go and buy that for? I always tell guys, like the guys that are around me, this is what the guys that are around me, I always tell them. I said, if you're only going to have one car as a guy, I said, if you're only going to have one car, I said, get yourself a truck. If you want it to look nice, if you still tow and you can still got a bed in back of it, and you don't need the towing capacity, you can still get one that's, you can still, sharpen your truck out to where you put the cover on the back of it and all that you can take off. You can put the cover over the back of it, and they will still valet your car and park it in a nice spot. Trucks are versatile like that. You know what I mean? So you can do it like that, or just get you just a nice looking truck that is going to look nice wherever you go. Because I take my truck, and when I go places, people look at my truck more than they look at all those exotics. They do. And which is crazy. It's like, if I could take it, because I live so close to all these little ritzy towns, like they're so close, within 10 miles of me, just in every direction. And anytime I go over there, they're not used to it. They're used to seeing all this other stuff, the Lambos and all that. But as soon as I drive up, they're all like looking at, oh, look at that. See, it's a difference. But I'm saying, but that's something that a guy, if you're only going to have one car, get yourself a truck. Don't get a car. I mean, let that be your car. That's your truck. You'll say, I'm looking for another Fox Body 5.0. Okay. It's hard to find a lot of stuff, man. You got to. I actually wanted to go into that. I wanted to go into that business. You know what I mean? I wanted to go into that. I was telling people in my family. I said, look, we got the trucks, or truck. We got a couple of trucks or whatever. I said, all you got to do is get the trailer, man. I said, you get the trailer. Let's say, for instance, at least a 2 or 3 car trailer, at least 2 or 3, like that. And then you find the stuff, and if if they're in a rural area, they're probably not going to have the internet and all that, because they don't do that type of stuff. So what you do is you just go scout out. You find it, and then you just, make an offer, and then take it back to where you need to have it at. That's how that works out. Because I've owned, like when I say, for instance, if I'm going on if I go do native stuff, I'm going to go dance or something like that. So if I'm going to go dance, what happens is a lot of these times we're going through a lot of rural areas. And it might be a road, it might be like a road where it's, it might not even be one. It might just be one lane. It might be one lane in both directions, or just one lane. And people live out there. And you look left or right, and what you see is you see the 55s, 56, 57. You see the Chevys out there. You see the trucks. And man, if they wasn't so small, I would still like to have one just to have fun with it. It's like a night. I think it's a Ford, like a 55 or some truck. Oh man, if you get one that's not all good, rot gutted out, then that would be nice, because then it's not going to take as much. It won't take you won't use the interior work or the exterior work, because some people do cover them up. Some people actually throw stuff on top of them like a tarp. They do throw that on top of it. Of course, it's going to still have problems and stuff like that. But if you're going to use just the body, if you're not going to use everything else, if you're going to use the body, if the body's good, then you already know. You might not even need the metal. You might not need all the metal, the bondle. You might not need none of that stuff. Go sand it down. The worst ones is when you go to sand down and you're grinding and sanding and you got big holes everywhere, like in the floor and everything else. Now, Gil, I wasn't gonna do that part of it. I was trying to. What I said is, I know so many people that do all that. I already got people that can do the work. So the arrangement would be, my investment is just to make sure that the engine and everything like that's taken care of in the car, and they put their work into it. They got their own shops. They put their work into it. They put their work into it too. I think I already got the whip. And then we just percentage it out. Yeah. That was just one of my thoughts. But people are so hard. People they don't think, man. And then they see everybody else doing it. We should have done that. I'm sorry, man. You wouldn't know how many things I try to get people to come in with me and do, and they just won't do it. But I told them they got one more year. I said, I'm gonna just start doing everything on my own. I said, don't ask me nothing. I said, don't ask nothing. Because this whole changes, because we're going to talk about these changes and stuff to the whole boxing forum. And you tell them that, hey, there's going to be a lot of things changing, so there's things that we may have to change for ourselves. So we got to change things. It is what it is. And so we got to adapt to this. And through our adaptation, we may end up being some sad viewers, man, we're not going to be such happy boxing viewers and fans, because with this lockdown forum that they have with the boxers and I think I might have missed it, man, because it's just so much time that we had to spend on other stuff that I don't know if I got to say it or not. You guys can let me know if I got to say it. But it was a thing where they're going to keep everybody more or less sequestered and stuff. If somebody's sick, then they have to be, right away, they got to be put on isolation. And I'm talking about boxing. So the whole boxing community. So if if one of your trainers or anybody is sick, they're going to check you or whatever. They're going to put them in isolation. They're going to put the team in isolation until the fight. They'll make sure that everybody's okay before the fight. And then you still fighting in a closed out area. You see what I mean? Oh, my brother up in here, D to the B out here. D to the Bailey up in here. He said, salute the Eagles way of boxing. Salute the D to the Bailey, man. Man, I need D to the Bailey to be around, man. He keep y'all in order, man. Yeah, because he say the right thing while y'all acting up. Yeah. So this whole thing is like, right now we're still anxious. We're still antsy, like, okay, let's get the fights going. See, but this is what nobody's talking about. Everybody wants these fights to go, right? But nobody's talking about, well, wait a minute now, we want these fights to happen. But we're not going to be able to we're not going to accept like a 2-fight warms up. But at the same time, we want to see this fight. But we, as a fan, we still want the excitement of the crowd and all that. So can you imagine some of these big championship fights before we talk about the cinnamon buns and people like that? I like to mention him. He just rolls off the tongue. Yeah, but we're gonna talk about little RC or little RG. We're gonna talk about him because somebody brought him up like the other week, and I didn't never get a chance to roast him because we're still trying to see. Because if all this goes down, then we're gonna see what we see the way that we see it. So in other words, Gil, they had a lot of people that was hollering about the two fight that in order to get back into action. We talked about this a while back though, Gil. In order for me to get back in action, what I need to do is I got to get me some tunes up. So that's what I'm talking about. The two fight warms up. Yeah, the two fight warms up. So in other words, they want to get some fights in before they actually fight. No, we ain't got no time for that because we're already. See, I'm trying to look around because it's already like we looking at the. So we usually watching television. So this is the difference. Is going to be more dramatic than you watching this. That's one of my phones right there, but it's going to be different than you watching this. Okay, you watching Eagles Web right now, right? So now that you watching Eagles Web, so look back at Eagles Web. Now imagine if behind me, there's nobody here, but behind me we're watching a fight. This is how bad it's getting. We're watching the fight on this. And I'm trying to point the fight out to you, but this is way over there. So what are you really getting out of it? What you really seeing? So when they come back, are we going to get that kind of? So we need you to come back and fight, but we need the form that we're used to. So in other words, Gil, what they're doing, and everybody out there, what they're doing, they want to take our form away. Nobody's talking about that. All everybody's worried about is all these different conspiracies or whatever. Some people call it conspiracies or whatever else. We got to keep, and I'm tired. All this stuff is tainting. So boxing is so tainted, man, that we need to get back on our schedule, and we need to have boxing the way that we have it. Because if we don't, this may be a dinosaur. We might end up losing this. And I see my brother out there, D-Lo 404 to the boxing is in the house, y'all. Y'all salute to him. He come in, he said salute, y'all. That's right, man. Salute to the brother coming through. And y'all check him out, man. He got content. He puts up stuff, man. Y'all go check him out. When I get the notice, I swing through all the time anyway, even if because sometimes I don't get the notification, but I swing by. But anyway, before I forget Gil's, I almost forget Gil. Here we go with Gil. There you go, Gil Coles. Hurricane Gil. Y'all see? Yeah, so, yeah, I almost forgot about that, but I put Hurricane. There's my Hurricane Gil got his shout out. There you go, Gil. You still got the eagle flying up. So make sure. Streamlabs told you in the stream, too. He put the check mark up there. He let you know Hurricane Gil just came through. Yep, on that Cash App. Hurricane. Yep. Yeah, but this whole thing, man, we have to look at it. It's like, what are we actually going to get? Thurman? No, it's been other fighters, man. I don't even know him right off the top of the dome right now, Gil. Let me see. Who else was it? It wasn't just Thurman. It wasn't just it's one of the fighters in a lower weight that I heard and somebody up top. No, but the reason I'm not mentioning it because a certain number of people have said it. But when I'm mentioning it for us. That's why I'm saying it. I'm saying it for us. I'm not saying it for because you see Haney already jumped right back in there. So, but I'm saying it for us, man. Just for us. That we don't want this. And like I said, we don't want to watch the fights in this new form. They setting up a new form for us because of something that's going down that, like I said, I'm not shining anything because there's people around me that have left, a lot of them, and I'm not seeing eye to eye for what they're calling it. I'm just not seeing eye to eye. And the thing is, what I need and what we need is we need to have our forum back. Nobody's asking for that. No, we need our forum back, man. I don't care. All these places don't sell out. Because if somebody's saying, like, for instance, Earl Spence paraphrase, because I don't know it exactly, but Earl Spence said that Sean can't sell out a family dinner, then we should all be able to go watch the fight, right? They got big enough arenas where they could put us, where they could, I don't care, we wear a small mask, whatever. But they could put us in an area to where they could set it up to where the seats are, 6 feet apart in all directions. It just be spread out. But at least you got the live gate. because everybody's saying nobody can sell out. So I'm just throwing that out there for y'all. Just throwing it out there to see what y'all's thoughts is on it, because nobody's really talking about that. If we're going to come off of this. Because we already got this deception. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Stop it. Now that I bring you up in here, now you want to make all this noise. Okay. Now shut up. So shut up. But I'm saying, so nobody's bringing that up. But that's the whole thing. It needs to be brought up, because I don't know about you, but I don't feel that I'm gonna be comfortable if I can't see every once in a while. Not seeing the ring girls, the girls with the card, the ring card girls that's going around. Not just seeing them, but not seeing no kind of crowd. I don't know. Just put it inside your mind. No crowd, just a ref. Funny camera angles, which actually it should be more exciting in the sense that if you're at home watching it without the crowd, without the ring card girls, nothing like that, you should be able to fit more cameras in there so it won't be no controversy. More angles. We should be able to get more angles and stuff like that. That's the positive. The negative is, like I said, no crowd, no crowd interviews, no nothing, nobody to talk to about the decision or nothing like that. So we lose all that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But back to the little guy. So Ryan Garcia basically is, I don't know. I'll ask you guys. Is he a hider? Is he just not fighting people? Right? Because he's passed up fights. What, right? The Marius fight and the Linares fight, right? But now they're talking about a Campbell fight. So is this little guy, is he gonna fight Campbell? Or is he gonna do the chicken run on us? It's gonna be another chicken run. Because remember, he's talking a lot of, out the side of his neck, I believe. And because if you think that he's changed a lot since amateur, is he that much better? Did Haney beat him up as an amateur? Do you think can he match up with Haney now? Is he gonna run? Campbell's talking about putting a hurting on him. See, if we can get this done, he gonna put a hurting on him. And that's another thing in our boxing life now, where we have to worry about, or not necessarily worry, but we got to think, because we can always hear, this fighter's gonna fight this fighter, because now the Pacquiao Garcia talk is coming back up again. So we can always think what's gonna happen, but how is it gonna happen? We didn't used to have to think about that. Because we think about A side, B side. They got us all distracted thinking about the A side, thinking about the B side. Who cares about the side? I don't care about A or B. Get your ass in there, make that money, and get the fight going. And here's the worst thing that we do. The worst thing that we do is we get into an argument, not just the A and B, but we get in an argument about negotiations. Right? And so a lot of people were saying that your friend, that Bud should have fought Porter or Ugas. But then if you read, you hear that Ugas was tweeting and stuff. Ugas said that he haven't got no offers from nobody. The WBA regular was the only offer he got for any kind of championship fight. So what does that make you feel? Because, see, we're all like, oh, how come your fighter ain't fighting this fighter? How come this and that? Wait a minute now. We got to back up as fans. We got to back the hell up a little bit sometimes. Now, I get excited about it. But if you notice, I'm always in, I know I got witnesses in here. When I talk about this, that when it comes to these fights, that I'm always saying that these fighters have promoters. And I always say the ones that promote themselves can make the fight happen. The ones that have a boss behind them, that's what makes it hard. And so you can get into the laughing matches and going back and forth, and you can always holler about, oh yeah, look at, like, he ain't trying to fight him. He called him out. And see, you getting all hyped up over a call out. And why are you getting all hyped up over a call out? Because a call out don't necessarily mean something. It just means that they was, voice checking. That was it. That they had their voice box running. That was all. That's all I can say about that. But that doesn't mean that they actually sat down. Well, let's sit down. Now, I got a good one for you. I got a good one. So everybody got their own. They got their cornermen, right? They got their Tim that comes in. Your little entourage, no matter how big it is, when you go into a fight. Now, for me, and I see what you wrote, D to the Bailey, and you're right about that. I'll get to it. And so everybody has a cornerman. So what's wrong with your corner coming in and say, I want to make a call out. It's cheesy or whatever you want to call it, but it'll be effective. All I have is a little notepad. And what I write on that notepad, like for instance, Earl Spence could have done. Earl Spence, agree to fight Manny Pacquiao next. And then I sign it. And I have him sign it. Just have him, Pacquiao, agree to fight Earl next. Boom. And you can put as long as negotiations can be made. Whatever. Boom. Because now, it didn't used to be. See, in the 70s and before that, even in the 80s, you had fighters that said, I want that action. And they wouldn't got that action. But now we got fighters saying, I want that action, but then we talking about, what's our conversation like in boxing now? Okay, what's our conversation like in boxing? Why are we talking about stuff like step aside money? Where's these languages come from? Step aside money. Where's that come from? Y'all excuse me for a second. my girl bothering me. Ask me what I'm doing, what she already should know. So where all this come from? Step aside money. So step aside. What you mean step aside? I'm not stepping aside. So now you got the whole step aside money thing. Right? What else you got? You got us locked up so we can't watch fights. You got fighters that's easily able to just run away at any point in time. Now you got WBC has a franchise now, in which I was in my nephew's channel the other day, listening to him break it down, in which, a lot of the stuff that he was saying, I said a long time ago. I've been saying this. The protection, matter of fact, D to the Bailey brought it up too, that franchise, especially, and see, this is what bothers us the most about the franchise is the first franchise champion. And that's the cinnamon bun. And that's what pisses off the most was him. Because it gave him an escape. Gave his ass an escape. I can escape now. Said, oh no, you got to be kidding me. Now you can escape. But my understanding is that they have, in order for you to even have that championship, that you had to be on a certain level. You had to uphold a certain standard, in which he hasn't upheld. I'm not gonna get all into the details, but y'all can check it out. Because with me, I stay away from a lot of that type of stuff. Only if somebody come in here and piss me off, then I start pulling out, facts. When I say facts, I start breaking out the paperwork. Because usually I don't break out the paperwork because I want to have a conversation. And a lot of times when I have my conversation, I want to be able to ask the audience out there. I want to be able to ask you guys, what do you think? The Eagles wear fam. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about that? See? And y'all hit my thumbs up before y'all come in here, man. Click out a live chat, hit that thumbs up, and then come back. Come back to live. Because I don't like it. If my web watch is short me, I don't like that. But I got to read it out though, because Derek Bailey, D to the Bay, he said Ryan Garcia. He said he may be a gimmick, and it's not like we haven't had those. did Chocolatito end up being a gimmick? Sometimes we end up with gimmicks and stuff, man. And valid point too, though. And we had a section on here, Derek Bailey. I don't know if you remember what it's called, but we had a section on here that I used to talk about that. And we just haven't done that segment for a while. You know, we haven't done that segment for a while. But I think something happened to it. I don't even have the people on there again. I mean, I don't have it on here listed. And what we call that exhibition fighters. So we're looking for the alphas and stuff. So there goes the question. So we still stuck on this, and we got to take, like I said, be careful what you say, because we got to take this step by step by step. And we breaking it down. The reason there's so many parts on it, or that's not the whole show, but because we're doing it this way in the steps that we take. So be careful when you stand up real quick with somebody when you think you got the answer, because I'm gonna slay you. I'm gonna slay you. I'm just letting you know. So be careful when you blurt out the answer and stuff. So so I got D to the Baileys. I have his point already. So now I ask everybody else. So all the moves that Ryan Garcia has done so far, does that put him on alpha male status as a boxer or even as a guy? And just as a side note, so 1 for yes, and any other number or any other statement for no. So, and I'll read it. Don't matter. Y'all can put a paragraph down. I'm gonna read it. So I'm gonna read out what you say. And I gave you my. I'm gonna give you my. Because basically I already gave it to you. So I don't have to give you my see, I'm gonna give you my reasons anyway. Yeah. So I'm gonna give him his 2. But then my reason, I'm just gonna stick with my 2 as it is right now. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give him the 2, but I'm gonna say because of his skip out, because of him, turning down fights, and that's why I'm gonna say no, that I can't put him on, because everybody's beefing him up right now. He's one of them showcase fighters. Yeah. So Linares, remember, that's what I was saying earlier, right? So some fighters, they do showcase. You see what I mean? And so if you're gonna showcase a fighter, then we got to see what he's gonna do. Because if we look back, and I don't like to use this guy all the time, but I MTM. So when he came out, they talked about him a lot, and they was praising him, but it took him a lot of fights. And matter of fact, he still wasn't showcased. He didn't really get showcased until after the De La Hoya fight. He still wasn't getting showcased because De La Hoya was talking bad about him, talking about that he got to show him more and stuff like that. You know what I mean? This off the top of the dome, I know he was talking bad about him. Okay, Gil, but that's not what the question was. Gil Colston replied. He said Ryan Garcia can fight, but Devin would beat him. But Gil, the question is he an alpha though? Everything he's done, does that make him is he an alpha? Or are you going to weigh him up with other people and say, well, based on what this fighter done compared to him, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give him that alpha status. So what about the Ducks? The Ducks are okay? Are the Ducks okay? Not accepting fights? Is that okay? Okay. So that's my whole... Yeah. And see, and now I'm going to go into, I just pulled it up now, so I'm going to go in here to the boxing news. I'm going to read what it says. just one part of it, and it said this, and this is what it says about the knowledgeable fan. The knowledgeable fan, it says the knowledgeable fans will think that Ryan Garcia chickened out if he doesn't sign with Campbell. It says he's chickened out. So do they find that he chickened out with Linares or Mars? Do they think that he chickened out? Yeah. So you're looking at, and you know how we always do these analogies from one sport to another. So now you're looking at, will we consider that 3 strikes? And I'm gonna tell you right now that I'm on board with D to the Bailey more than anything on that. Is that some of these fighters just they are gimmicks, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, they are gimmicks. But I let all of it happen first. I'll let all of it happen because right now, because we got all this different talk about people being sick, hurt, and whatever else, and that's why they lost fights and stuff. A lot of these fighters are, I'm sorry. Now, I can put them above exhibition, but I won't. They will never hit elite. They will never hit a fighter. They will always be C+ journeyman type fighters, even if they're not at that level yet. Even if they're not considered gatekeepers, even if they don't stay at gatekeepers. And yes, they're going to have to turn it around and show me because I don't like being on no bubble. And for me, for Jared Hurd, for instance, now we done threw him in the mix. Okay. Super welterweight. So, at super welterweight, so far, the bully, I'm going to just call him the bully for what it is, has Jared Hurd showed us that he is the alpha at 156 or 154, right? So what's your thoughts on that? Because somebody needs to give me that one. Don said, have not watched RG yet. He said incomplete grade 2. God dang, he just gave him the grade 2. So the face of boxing, Gil crying and stuff. Yeah. And that's what you don't understand. Oh, you're laughing. But I just covered that point right now though. Because that's what, oh my goodness. See, I don't want to bring everything out to the chat because I want y'all to just come in. Y'all supposed to be telling me right now. Because a lot of stuff you guys already bringing up from last year. You told us last year, Eagle. But look. Okay, so if somebody's manufacturing somebody to make somebody a champ, how many do they have right now? I mean, right off the top of the dome, right off the top. I'm saying right off the top of your dome, you should be able to name 5 fighters right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask y'all right now. Name 5 fighters right now. Or matter of fact, I'm going to do 3. I'm going to do 3 because maybe you got brain fog this morning. I'm going to give y'all this right now. And I'm expecting, and I need to see these answers right here. I need to see either the fighters themselves or just the numbers. You can do the numbers and fighters too. But how many manufactured names are they trying to give us right now? And Gil, you actually put down a good point right now. And Derek actually agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you too. So I don't know. No, but the only thing I can't agree with Gil is when you say I don't know until he makes a big fight. No, I can't. He's not that. No, because we're talking about the moves that he already made. So you can't just jump to alpha if you're not an alpha. You can't just jump to alpha because you had a great win. And I understand what you're saying. Because you get a good win, it still doesn't boost your status up yet. See what I'm saying? You guys are making too quick of moves. It's still chess with us too. Remember I told you guys this last year that we have our own chessboard too. So we got to play chess with them too. Because we look at them. So look at them as the pawns that they are, right? And so a pawn is not going to be able to change, right? until he gets all the way across the board, right? So we'll give him a break, and we won't make him have to go all the way across the board. But what we'll do, you guys have to start making your way across the board, and then we might can change your character. But I just can't give it to you just like that. Oh yeah, I'm just give it to him because he haven't really fought nobody like I. Well, wait a minute. You had a chance to fight somebody, and see nobody answered her about the hard question. But like I said, because you know how ego is, I throw a lot of stuff out there. But I need somebody to tell me, give me an example of 3 fighters that are being pushed on us for greatness. Not that they're great, but they're being pushed on us. But we can kind of see through it like, nah, we need to see more. And I'm asking you, that's my question to y'all. I need at least 3 fighters that they're pushing on us right now. Because I want y'all to start opening up a little bit. And I'm I'll let y'all think about that. I'm gonna refill my tea, man. Let me refill my tea, man. I'll be right back, man. But y'all think about that, man. Don't make me come back to an empty screen where y'all ain't writing nothing down. Especially D to the Bailey, man. You supposed to be helping me out, man. I'll be right back, man. Be give me some tea, and y'all go ahead and let me know. 3 of them that they throwing in our face. Right off the top of the dome, they should come to y'all, man. Right back. Yeah, because I was gonna say, even though we know it's not true, and we already seen the exposure of some of these fighters, but they're throwing at us. Like for instance, I'll put mine down because I don't see nobody with. You guys disappoint me, but I don't see nobody wrote anything down. But AJ, for instance, they threw AJ at us, and they're still trying to throw AJ at us, and also Tyson Fury. But what they're doing is they're going about it wrong. They're trying to take over, like, we're going to take over, like, certain spots. Like, so we're going to take over the United States. See, and this what, and I'm surprised nobody is going to say something about this. Did you try to bring fighters over here fraudulently to take over our so-called U.S. soil? That they want to try to make and be a face of boxing here. Because if they're a face of boxing here, then that gives them a step to become the face of boxing everywhere else. If they're well known here, because people, especially with people flying back and forth and watching American TV and all that type of stuff, see, without them going somewhere. But see, part of the discussion that we talked about, and the whole thing was even when we go back to the new greatest, who's the new greatest right now? We always got to wait and see, right? Why are we waiting and see? And see, if we do that, that changed the whole standard. It's what nobody's getting is that's changing the whole standard, because when Ali said he was the greatest, he was still just a kid, basically. He was already saying he's the greatest. And was articulate and everything else. Said why he was the greatest. You see what I mean? But he did the speaking. And now we got media speaking for people, old media speaking for people. We got some crazy fans, like foreign fans, speaking for some of these guys. And there he goes. And matter of fact, Derek Bailey hit the number one. I'm telling you what, Derek Bailey, you only put down one name, but that name you put down, that was the number one that was driving a lot of people like crazy, like up the wall. Because they was mentioning his name with everybody of, how great of a knockout artist he was and everything else. And they was even mentioning him with MTM. Because at one point, and he put down Triple G, at one point, they even wanted to try to have him fight like Floyd. And he would have got beat up. If he would have came down to 147, which he wouldn't, they could have never made that weight. Floyd should have, it would have probably been some money if he would have fought him. Floyd fought him at like let's say for this, still make him hurt. I would have still made him hurt himself. I say, I'll fight you 10 pounds off. Like, you got to come down to 150. He would have got pieced up. But that was one, and Derek Bailey's right, that was one that was just thrown at it and plastered on the wall. As a matter of fact, it's almost like somebody coming in your house and just redecorating or something like that. Or just telling you, like they knock on your door, oh, here's a poster of Triple G, put this up in your man cave or in your little boy's room or something like that. He's the new face of boxing. See? And so the reason I want to dig in these stories, because it's like we getting deep, we get more and more into it because you start seeing more and more. You see what I mean? Because the way we're looking at it like, hey, wait a minute now. How is this the champ? Or how is he that good? Well, let us see. We don't even get to see. You don't even get to see no more. They just right there with it. Like, there you go. That's yours. That's your new boy right there. That's my new boy. Like, they try to make us adopt everybody. And that little pink dwarf with the sausage arm, same thing. Because at one point, they was actually trying to get rid of his loss and everything else. But now you can't get rid of Triple G's loss. But now the one right above them, same thing. They trying to plaster. And see, the thing is, I don't care if people think that Canelo's so good or he's getting better and stuff. No. I'm going to tell you something. I'm a person that when I see certain stuff happen to you, then you got to show me a whole lot. And I'm going to tell you, after Mayweather beat him up, I just didn't see him. He just was never impressive to me. It started making me think that, and I'm not into the conspiracy, but believe me, I started thinking that way. Oh, this is only a lot of stuff didn't like wins, like squeaking by or just getting unanimous decisions and stuff like that, or getting a nod on the split. And I'm like, nah, it's just not a lot of it just wasn't no good look. And then your voice afterwards. So if you're a great champ, your voice afterwards should have been, okay, this is your voice afterwards. And this is what an alpha male does. Okay, so I think that fight might have been a little bit close, but we can run it back. We need to run that one back so I can show my superiority over this fighter. Okay, but think about it. Now, who has that language as a fighter today? Who has that run it back mentality? Because besides, I know Buster Douglas, okay, let's go back in time a little bit, or the so-called back in the air, beat Mike Tyson, right? I think that loss was heavy because of just his whole attitude going into the fight. But his hardest fight, to where he was like prime for prime, his hardest fight to me, the hardest fight for me, is when him and Razor Ruddock was in their prime fighting. To me, that was his hardest fight. Was actually the number one fight. Number two was hard, but number one was even harder. I think he kind of broke Razor Ruddock down at the last one. And you right on point again. I see what you wrote down there. You're right on point again. See? But the Razor Ruddock, think about it. All them hard punches that was thrown in there, that's alpha shit. No, but that's the fight itself. That's not why I'm saying alpha. The reason I'm saying alpha is because Tyson said something that was very, gravitating, to be honest. You think about it. Because what he said is, don't go and get yourself beat because we're going to have to do this again. I'm like, are you kidding me? Y'all was in there trying to kill each other. And you asking for it again? See? And that was in the Tyson era. Now think about it. Is that the type of mentality that we're getting? Because remember, this subject, it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. So when you start throwing names out, you got to be careful. Like I said, remember I told you to be careful when you answer real quick. Because if you don't answer if you answer too quick, then I got you. But if you sit back and think, because see, I'm trying to put this into the mindset to where you're thinking, wait a minute, is he? So, because remember we did the whole thing, Derek Bailey, where we did like the physical things you need to do. We had those 21 points of things physically that you need to do, like, as far as your skill set is concerned. There's more, but that's enough for us to judge a fight. We got enough to judge a fight because all the other stuff, all the other little nuances is going to fall within those things. And so now we got another one to add to that. I'm gonna tell you it, but it's not gonna be trivia or nothing like that. But I'm gonna tell you right now is how do you deal. So this is another skill set is how do you deal with illegal stuff. We'll just say fouls. How do you deal with fouls as a fighter? How do you deal? And a lot of the fighters that we think are great didn't deal with them Ali did, because you start fouling Ali, he just foul you back. Where we got complainers now, even the ones we want to put up on that pedestal, we want to put them up high, hold them up high. Yeah, yes, that's our boy right there. I'm rolling with him. I'm ride or die to the end. Okay, you ain't ride or die to the end. Guess what? The end is gonna come fast. The end is gonna come quick, fast, and in a hurry. But you're not seeing it because, especially the new fans, because they're on that boat. They're on that strap boat. Where they're just hanging on and just going for the ride. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you're a true fan, you got to be a true fan. You got to pay attention to it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Hagler would have beat the brakes off of Triple G. Believe that. Because Triple G couldn't have hurt Hagler. He wouldn't have hurt Hagler, but Hagler would have definitely hurt him. And Hagler don't care about you want to fight in the pocket like that. And I guarantee you that Tommy Hearns is a bigger puncher than Triple G. And Hagler just said, yeah, we got to just go for this. But Don Dada said, I respect all fighters and don't listen to their fans. Yep, you can't. You cannot. And Derek Bailey was on my point right there when I was talking about the cinnamon bun. Because cinnamon bun, and I'm gonna tell you another one, D to the Bailey, that you might not have took note to, is you got to look at that Trout fight again. Trout had never suffered a knockdown. He got knocked down, but he wasn't getting beat. He didn't get beat up in that fight. But the lower was a straight. I mean, you could probably maybe you could still give it to Canelo. But my whole point was on those is how come I'm alpha. I got to prove those was too close. And see, that my whole point was those are too close, and we need to run those back. We need to run those back. For instance, there are certain fights that there's no need to run back. Like, would Wilder need to run back the Brazil fight? See? They made up and all kinds of stuff. A lot of trash was talking and all that. Do you need to run that one back? There's certain fights that don't need to be run back. Even the Ortiz fight didn't really necessarily need to be ran back. Because they showed all that they had during that fight. They were showing each other what they got. And then, but Wilder, that huge puncher, that's it. But you're right, the lower. And right there, he's right below what he wrote early. Right above, right below, he wrote the lower fight. And then right underneath there, he said nobody wants to run it back anymore. That's right. No one wants to run it back anymore. But you got people like Shakur Stevenson said, I want to be the new alpha dog. I'm the alpha dog now. Okay, well, if you're the alpha dog, then this is what you can't do then. If you're the alpha dog, then, so what you can't do now, what you have to do now, if you do have a close one, me and Derek Bailey going to be watching out for your ass, because if you have something that's close, guess what? We're going to be looking back. We're going to be looking for that run back. You feel? We looking for that run back. See? But I'm glad you brought up the main one, even though if you didn't come up with 3, but the Triple G, yeah, that's one that they plastering in our face. That little pink dwarf with the sausage arm, they plaster him in our face. And now guess what? The guy over in Europe, they're trying to bring him up, and they're trying to plaster him in our face too, and that's Dubois. And now they got him mouthpiecing. Is that the new alpha male for boxing? We got to see it. They didn't really try to throw Dylan White at us. They made him, they said, you're going to have to speak for yourself. They made him speak out for himself. But he done showed too much cowardice already. Especially anytime you hide from the boogeyman and you the alpha, something wrong. Because the alpha wants the boogeyman. I need to get that boogeyman out the way. Really? And he's not like the boogeyman from WWE. He's just the boogeyman because what he going to put on you. So there goes another one. So they plaster all these people on this. But let's go back. Let's it's not necessarily dry. Let's switch it back over to our new form though. So the thing is, we got to have our form. We got to have our form the right way. You know what I mean? So I would like if there's any way possible, anybody hears this that have any kind of influence, to give us our form back. So if we're gonna get these fights, let's just make the arena the way that we need to make it. Because you're gonna get your money. So why would you even trip about that? That's not even something to worry about. You're gonna get your money. Even if you gotta put it up, because guess what? The fans are starving right now. As I make my plea to you, the fans are starving right now because we want anything. We're gonna go pay and go see the fight because we haven't seen anything. Matter of fact, we have been able to save up the pay-per-view money or whatever else money that we put aside that we're gonna use for something else. We could take that out. You know what I mean? And we can get that fight. Now I was at you said I want Porter Spence too. I was at the Porter Spence. And for me, Spence just beat him up. And number 2 is just, it ain't going to go the way that y'all would think it's probably going to go. In my opinion. Is I see Spence really putting a hurting on him. Because Spence fought him a certain way just to prove something. Spence ain't going to fight him that way. It ain't going to be that ineffective spinning off the rope shit ain't going to work. It just ain't going to work. But that's actually, I would, out of run backs, if you're talking about run backs, it'll be a good run back though. And I have to still agree with y'all. Even though I think Earl probably will beat him up, I still would like to see it just to make sure. Because you got to see just to make sure. I got to see that one just to make sure. Okay, it is what it is. And then once you see it, you're going to be like, okay, well, Eagles right, or I was right, yeah. I knew it was going to be good, or it's going to be like, God dang, he got beat up this time. Second time. So second time he got beat up. Yeah. But that, out of all the fights, man, it sounds good. Out of all the fights that we can look at run backs and stuff like that. Okay, so which run backs have so far been like a disappointment for one reason or another? What jumps out at us right away is the Wilder fight. Disappointment. The AJ Ruiz. Disappointment. And I'm not saying for us particularly, but for somebody it had to be a disappointment. Tony Harrison fans, the run back was a disappointment. See? And that's because because of these fighters come out here and they doing all they mouthpiecing. Dog say I'm not picking who wins just round 13. Yeah. It may go the distance. I'll see if it goes the distance, something that Sean is going to be beat up. Because one thing Earl has the edge of going in. Sean has the edge of, making everybody look bad. And he has the edge of, I went the distance with Earl. But Earl has the what Earl has going for him is Earl has that I hit you so hard that your lips touch the back of your neck. And at one point, I'm gonna try to land. I am gonna land those again. I'm gonna land more than one of those this time. I'm gonna land a bunch of those. And that's what would make it entertaining for the first part of the fight. But if Earl does start landing stuff like that to the face, it's over with. There's only so many times that your lips can touch your neck, the back of your neck. If somebody hits you in the face and your lips touch the back of your neck, only so many of those. Most people can't take one of them. Okay, you do want to see the Triple G Sal. Yeah, Don Dada said always. I also wanted this Sal and Triple G3. Then he laughing out loud, so I think he bullshitting. Yeah, I don't care about Triple G. See, I don't care about Triple G's, fighting, because he's not the one. He's a manufactured one, both of them. One of them is saved for just ducking. The other one is saved because I'm a franchise champion now. So if we could, what we would do, and I think you guys would probably agree with me, you guys probably would do it too. So if we could call for that middleweight fight, wouldn't we call Saul Canelo Alvarez out of the franchise system to fight Charlo? Do y'all want to see that at all? Because for me, that's the only fight I want to see really at middleweight. I mean, I would watch other fights, but I want to see that one. No, Derek Bailey. No, Don, don't pay attention to Don, man. Don is acting. He clowning right now, man. Don't. Yeah. Just pull the shade back on him, man. You already know what that is. Don acting up right now. I don't want to see that one, man. Get out of here with that. Middleweight. That's what I want to see. Number one fight for junior middleweight. We'll do 4. Number one fight for heavyweight. Number one fight for middleweight. You guys can come up with your own if yes you agree with me on the middleweight. Number one fight for 156. And number one fight for 147. Because those seem to be the ones that everybody's talking about the most. So y'all give me your number one for those. Well, I mean, the ones that no series, but what fight do we want right now is the fight that needs to happen like right now, today, yesterday, the week before. Okay, Don Dada said that's the real question is how which champ takes on the number one contender. I don't necessarily care if you're number one contender. Because we see championship fights and stuff. But you got to see, because the whole thing, here what it is, Don, is you're talking about number one contenders, but if you're talking about number one contender, because remember how I told you this is a classic example when you came up with that, right? Because remember when I showed you guys, I pulled up the list and I read it off and I shared it with you guys, is that they had Luis Ortiz not rated, I mean, he was like rated 6, 7, and they had him rated at so many crappy numbers. So you got to look at it like that. So how many fighters would actually fight him because he's not number one? Or are they going to use that for an excuse? Oh no, we're not going to fight him. He's already the boogeyman. But now it's almost like, and see, we didn't even look at this angle because we do deep thinking about it. So the sanctioning bodies, oh yeah, we did talk about it. But the sanctioning bodies are saving people from Luis Ortiz by, you see what I mean? Oh, stop that, Don. Stop it. Don't say mom, boo boo. Come on, put somebody. You got to have. Oh, but if that's who you want, though, Derek Bailey put Bud and Spence. I don't even know. That's a good one, though, but I don't even know if I want to see Earl. I probably would want to see the Porter too over over the Bud. But I want to see Spence take Pacquiao, send Pacquiao packing. Make him follow his name. Pack your shit up and get out of. But Earl for me, yeah. So Earl for me, I would say that the Bud is a good one, but is that going? So we're just talking about what we want. That could be a good one, but it don't look like none of it. It don't look like a lot of stuff is gonna happen for Bud. But Maul Boo Boo, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about the Maul Boo Boo. What about Mel? What about Mel? Because remember, I gave you 2 weights too, though. I said so Maul and Mel probably would be on both of them. So Maul and Mel is going to definitely be on, on one of them. So the 2 brothers is going to be on one of the fights, and then 147 you said Bud and Spence, and then what about heavyweight? Yeah, Derek to the Bailey said I wanted to see Bud versus Thurman before Thurman lost and taking a year off between fights. Fighters like we're talking about, they executing their own self, man. They are executing their own self. They're executing their own self right in front of us. In our sport, we got to sit there and watch you. Oh, so you just going to execute yourself in front of me. Oh, my nose itching. So you just going to execute yourself in front of us. For what reason? Why are you executing yourself right in front of us? And I do want to see that one too, Don Dada. I do want to see the banana versus. I want to see because I got to see what he got. Because what if he just brings that out? What if he can just take the heat? And he's not like he is a soft puncher either. He hit harder. He hit hard. A lot of people might not think, but he hits hard. Believe me. We got to see it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Now Trout, I'll probably give up on that one. And might have to give up on Lord. But I would say at least a few years ago, this Cinnamon Bun was supposed to do those run backs for us. He was supposed to run those fights back. I don't care. He was supposed to run that back. He didn't need to run the Mayweather fight back. Because Mayweather just beat him up and embarrassed him. He didn't need to run that back. But those other 2 fights, he should do some run backs on those. Jacobs, nah. Because we don't even know what he's doing. He's not even mentioned. Nobody's even mentioned him as like being top dog and nothing. He ain't, see? A lot of these fighters, you guys got to remember, because a lot of these fighters come from your area, not you guys specifically, but they come from these different areas, and they had a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people was beefing them up, boosting them up there, like, oh yeah, Jacob this, he overcame this, he's a good fighter, blah 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 blah, got a good mouth on him, good head on his shoulders, la 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 la, and guess what? You go in there and you start, and we're gonna start giving these fighters, we're gonna start giving them the AB award. Y'all remind me, man. We're gonna do the AB award. Eagles, which fighter got the AB award for this today? And we ain't gonna talk about Greer, yeah, because I know Gil was talking about Greer. I know he'll give him the AB award. No, the AB, yeah. We'll start doing the AB award. The fighter who got the AB award for this week. If we can get back into this whole swing of the boxing on the level that we needed at. And then Derek Bailey, I know you got your hand over your face and you need to for saying that shit. He said, what if Pacquiao clean out the division? Then we could talk about Pacquiao in even a greater sense than we talk about him now. He will be the face of boxing for a long time after that. If Pacquiao was able to pull something like that off, he'll be the face of boxing for a long, long time. Because then there's no excuses, because he's old, considered old for boxing and everything else. If he just cleaned these guys out, it's over with, man. God dang it! So we're already living in this dream, this nightmare. That'd be a tough nightmare right there. But you know what? It wouldn't be nothing I could say, because guess what? We got to cover it. We got to cover it. So we can't say, oh, well, man, he got to. No, he won. He did what he had to do. So we're not going to be able to sit here and say, oh, this and that happened or whatever. No, man. If Manny does what he has to do, he cleaned it out, then that's what he does. But we got great fights. We got big fights that we want to see. Okay, let's drop down. Let's drop down one. We'll go down. We'll go down to 135. Matter of fact, we'll go down to 135 and 130. Let's do 135, 130. We're not gonna go all the way down, but we'll go there. And because everything else is the light heavyweight is probably self-explanatory. Who needs to fight who? But let's go down to 135. Who do we need to see now? Like right now? No. Oh, he has to be acclimated and fight so many extra fights. So who we need to see at 135? Who do we need to see? And at 130, who do we need to see? So that's the next one. Who do we need to see, y'all? Who do y'all need to see right now? And I hope you don't put who we just discussed, the little runner. I hope you don't put one. I hope you don't put none of the ones that they didn't already threw on our face. Because then we're going to have to look at it like, well, are we going to get the fight? So we're going to see if that's really what they're saying. Because it says now, I just got an update right now. I just got an update on it. It says from a couple of days ago, they said this is supposed to be the update. That they agree. That they actually agree to fight. Yep. So we're going to see. And we're going to see how it work out with Campbell. We're going to see what it is. We're going to see if Derek Taylor Bailey was right. And they're going to take it. It's going to be a 50-50 split. So nobody got to worry about that, the money. Yeah, but 50-50, but that's still good, though. I don't know if you would think that Garcia would get more of that money or not. But Campbell can't fight with it, so you better go ahead and take that 50-50. Before I see what you guys wrote down for 135, 130, I'm gonna read a couple of these out, and it's coming out the same thing, boxing news. So, but this is what some people picked. We don't know nothing about these people. I don't care. They say I like Ryan. They say I actually think 135 is the best and most talented division right now. Okay, so that whoever said that they don't know shit about boxing. 135 is the most talented right now. It's not the most talented. But got somebody already agreeing with him. Agreed, stacked, and most young. See? And remember we talked about this. See, I didn't even know I was gonna read this. But see what I just said about how the people just getting into boxing, the young fans. Remember I told you that what they was talking about was youth. See, they missing our whole point that we keep bringing up, because Pacquiao is the face of boxing right now. Oh, they're all the youngest ones and stuff. At long last, the new breed. So there we go. We got Eagles wear boxing, but this is somebody right here. I'll write his name. Bam Bam Bigelow. Come on now. Fake names like that. He said the new breed are getting their chance to shine. Ryan Garcia, Tank, Teofimo, Devin, Shakir, and Virgil Ortiz. Okay, I can actually agree with his list, but I don't have Ryan on there right now. I just don't have him on there. He's a couple of. It says a couple of others. I'm not gonna read out there. Okay, there we go. So now we got somebody got a little bit more sense. He says, this guy Ozzy, he says, sorry, but your knowledge of Campbell is sadly lacking. Actually, if he was simply decent, then Lomachenko and Linares wouldn't have had problems they had against him. He said, in fact, Campbell is he's a very good lightweight. He is fast, skillful, and it is harder than, he said hits harder than many fans realize. Yep. And Teofimo Lopez even said that. Yep. So I read some of that stuff, but then we come down to somebody who's actually made a little bit more sense. As you can see, when you got casuals and everything else out there, you can see what kind of responses you're gonna get. And then here's somebody that thinks like me. They say this is a really good fight if they can get it done. He said any win over Campbell is still meaningful, but if Garcia really makes a statement, it instantly shakes off the notion that he's a hype job. And so both of those statements on there, they cover what I was thinking and they cover what Derek Beatty was thinking. Both of them. Because he's saying, because we think the whole thing that, hey, you might just be hype. You might be hype. They might set you up. So you might be hype. So this person has a sense of boxing. They understand. Yep. And then somebody else is just like me. Yeah. He said, I won't believe it until they get into the ring. It says that Suleiman is not to be trusted. Oh my God, that's enough. That's all I need to read on that. Suleiman, if you guys heard some other stuff about him, well, that's what I'm saying. He's not to be trusted. Yep, that's better. Go the WBC route, not the WBO. But we covered before why that WBC is so attractive now. See, everybody already know that WBC is attractive on all different levels. Because a lot of people are thinking, the fighter might be thinking, you know what, if I become WBC super champ, if I'm the champ in WBC, and so what I can do, okay, now I can move up. All I got to do is hold on to this, fight 3 or 4 fights and win. Matter of fact, they only have to fight 3 or 4 fights because all WBC has to say, oh, we like him a lot, and boom. Now you got another franchise champion. Oh, man. Yeah. He said LSC will fight Russell, though. Yeah. Well, we need to get Mr. Gary in there. Because Derek Bailey, he wants LSC versus Tank. I need Russell to get his revenge. Yeah. That's what I want. But then Dada said, Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Russell versus World. And then exactly at Don Dada, right back. Yeah, that's it. He act like he won everybody. And then LSC, he said he wouldn't fight Gary Russell. But we'll see. And Ryan Garcia still has to learn to keep his chin from being up in the air. And that's exactly what I said. And I believe I talked about that. There's all that raising up. If I said that he's gonna get tagged. He's gonna get tagged. And there's other fighters that like I was saying, because I think I was saying that speed wise he shouldn't have been getting timed. He shouldn't take the hits that he take. So you're gonna fight somebody that's even faster. You're gonna take some hits. You're gonna be getting cracked on, and that's the whole thing. You're gonna get cracked. But what y'all think about some of them thoughts that the readers were saying, or the responders were saying? Makes sense, huh? Some of them made sense. But some of them just straight up strapping though. Oh yeah, that's the new face of. See, that's what I'm saying. It's too easy. And that's my point where I'm trying to get across to anybody. It's too easy to make somebody a face of boxing with nothing inside or outside the ring. It's too easy to make them, oh, they the new face of boxing. Okay, you the new face of boxing. You ain't showed us a damn thing, but you the new face of boxing. They just, anybody they want to throw on us is the new face of boxing. Anybody. So it don't matter. Anybody they throw it at us is a new face of boxing. It don't make no sense for everybody to be the new face of boxing. And this is what they need to do with all that. Sit your ass down with all that. If what Don want, Don tell him. Don say, I want to let everybody know you come in Eagles Web. Sit your ass. Sit your ass down. But you come in here with on that fake champion stuff, you really got to sit your ass down on that. You come in here with all that fake champion stuff. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what he is, because I have this right here. And matter of fact, even one of the fights we want to see, right here, this fight right here. But for me, you want to see him fight AJ? Let me clear this out, because usually I have one picture at a time. I'm gonna make it somewhere I can put them in here. But these fighters that I'm putting up here, guess what? You see where they made it to? Right? I didn't just have this page. I had this page. They made it to Eagles Web, total frauds. They made it here. And so they did something to earn their way up in here. And I'm not going to take them out of here, because you got to earn your way out of here. I'm just putting them back up because I had them up there for a while. And I'm going to put up the last one. And I'm going to give one of them a break. But I'm going to put this one up. I got to put him back up. But I'm going to give the other one a break. I was going to put somebody else up. But I'm going to go ahead and give him a break this time. But next time he goes up too. He goes up next time. And Framer, there he is. The total frauds. So we got to find ourselves going in a direction that we want to. And I know we didn't really get to cover like the whole arena and stuff like that, but you guys I put it out there for all of us to think, man. We guys think that where are we going with this boxing, man? What kind of investment we going to have? So don't go out and buy yourself a big screen, another big screen just for boxing to put off in your little man cave or your den or something like that. Don't go getting it yet. Just wait. You know what I mean? So we just going that to hold up. So we just hold up before we go get it. Oh yeah. You say you forgot about AJ on the manufactured list? Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, AJ was one of the first ones that I was talking about last year that I was talking about on the manufactured list. Yeah. Oh, hell to the yeah. AJ one of the first manufactured champions. Yeah. And see, this whole thing, this is what they fed us, Derek Bailey, this is what they fed us. They fed us these images, and they fed us these new personalities that they didn't let us accept or not. You see what I mean? The way they did to us, the way they did it to us is they didn't let us decide for ourselves. And that's what messes me up the most, is because they didn't let us decide for ourselves. Now this is just so. Remember, I said even last year, I said some fighters, they end up on more categories. And remember, this is just one of the categories for these fighters come on here. They fraudulent for one reason or another. They did some old fraud shit, whether it's cheating or they just end up being a fraud and stuff. Like Tevin Farmer ran his mouth so much, talked himself out of money. How you talk yourself out of money? Could have had that tank fight. Talked himself out of money, and now he'll never recover. Probably would, and I'm just saying, putting this out there, he probably will never see the money that he could have seen. And see, this is kind of sad. I'm telling you that the saddest one that's on here, the two saddest ones is the first two up there. And that's Sean and AJ. Because you got one that's a champion, he's a fraud. You got one with the suspect personality, fraud. And he's killing his own money. Sean is killing his own money. You see what I mean? Sean is killing his money, man. All right, my brother up in here, we meet TV till this day, man. We are kings, man. Y'all check out some of his content. Because Eagle said. But anyway, he said, Eagle's way of boxing, salute. And salute to you, brother, for coming through. But like I said, Sean is killing his own brand. And the money for these fighters, man, y'all, it's going to get bad if they don't get some damn fights in. But the reason I say it's sad for him, because he was on a championship level. And a lot of people didn't know, well, why'd you got him? Because I had him on, he's on the championship page. How could you, now think about this. You're on a championship page and a fraud page at the same time. Y'all starting to see that now? Now, all of them aren't on my championship page. He's on my championship page, but think about it. You got three fighters up there. You see what I mean? You got 3 other fighters up there that's actually champions. But they on the fraud page. Now, how you a champion and you're a fraud? Now, something wrong. That means the web got to look at you a certain way. If you're a fraud and you're a champ. Who's hashtag LBDA, man? Y'all throw him out. Hey, y'all throw out somebody that's in here trying to throw up advertisement. Y'all get him up out of here, man. Make him disappear from the Eagles way of boxing right now, man. We trying to talk about something, and here comes somebody out the blue for no reason and stuff like that. Must be a beta up in here. But yeah, that's one of the worst things though. You come in. You're a fraud and you're a champ at the same time, and that's bad. How this stuff works out. But you guys already realized that when I was doing these different segments and stuff, is that I was doing them as the fighters would, as they done. So if a fighter did something, then he ended up getting on one of these different segments just because of what he did. Oh yeah, you got to put it on live chat. We meet TV till this day. Yeah, he's right underneath your comment. So if you don't have it on live chat or refresh, just put it on live chat, then you'll see who it is. Yeah. Yeah. If y'all don't see him in the second, man, to throw him out, I'll throw him out. I just didn't feel like doing that because I was talking about something. Yeah. But like I said, when we do this, it's like we'll do like one thing at a time. We'll do one segment at a time, and then a lot of these fighters end up in there. Just like on this one here. I know a lot of people don't like this. I know Don don't like this one. Oh, you don't see him? No, I'll get him. His name is hashtag LBDA. He says subscribe to, and I'm not going to read it all out because I don't want nobody subscribing to somebody I don't even know nothing about. I'll get him. Yeah. I should smash him a couple times just so y'all can see him. Yeah. So maybe if y'all see me smash him, then even though he's already gone, so maybe you can see that I smashed him. If not, I don't know what's wrong with y'all system or something like that. Yeah, but I smashed him a couple times. It should show up. Yeah, y'all should see it. Yep. But anyway, I smashed. But see, like I said, Don Dada don't like this one. And this is starting to come, like I said, man, even though I put this up a while ago, this is starting to come into fruition, man. It's like shut up and fight. Because we already talked about the whole thing, man, where as these fighters, what we're listening to is we're listening to what they say, and we're just going by what they say. We're, oh, yeah, yeah. So we're believing them. But you can't. You cannot. You know what I mean? You cannot believe these fighters. We got to, you fighters have got to just show us something, man. You got to show us. Stop fronting and show us. Because we know what's like. You guys came up with some good ones, and we know who we want to see at 135. And you say at 130, we want to see Mr. Gary Russell versus the whole world. But we want to see Tank. Tank, you got to step up. You got to do something big. Because you got Shakur talking about he want to be alpha, and we want to see it. And like I said, these whole layers about that whole alpha, it gets deeper and deeper. So that's what I'm saying. You can't just blurt out and put somebody out there because like I said, I'm gonna smack it out the air. And don't bring it in here again. Get out of my office. Hit the door, Crawford. Because I'm gonna smack it down. Anytime if you bring it up and there's not no substance behind it, I am gonna smack it. I'm gonna smash it because the whole thing alpha. And like I said, alpha's on one side, but then you start talking about this whole greatest of the air and all that and great. So if you're going to be great and greatest of the air, that's a whole nother thing too. Then you're going to have to duplicate, or put it this way, duplicate but not replicate. You have to duplicate some of the things that the fighters have done in the past. Or if you're not going to do that, you're going to have to wear them as armor. You got to bring them with you. You're going to have to try to make their ghost or something of the past co-sign for you today. I mean, you can make a case for yourself and start pointing stuff out and say they did this, whereas I did that. You can do that. But if you do that, what can happen is that shit can blow up in your face. And if it blows up in your face, then that's just on you. Yeah. No way, I got rid of him there, brother. Anyway, Uga said no mas about Bud Smoke. Nah, I can't go with that one, Don. I wish I had. I mean, I don't have time to go searching for it, but hopefully I can come up with. I'll come up with it. I'll find it because I don't use that. I don't use the Twitter. Matter of fact, since we're here, let's take a time out for a second. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, Derek to the baby. Yeah, they sneak in. Like I said, sometimes they come in here. They sneak in here, and we got to get them, man. Yeah, they sneak their ass up in here, man. Like I said, they done creep past my my web watchers, man. What the hell? The Streamlabs disarm y'all or something? But let's just go in here. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. I can see if I can pull it up because I don't want it. Let me see, because this is all YouTube. Yeah, because we know that, because Uga said, he already said that he said I beat Bud, but I'm trying to find this because I don't want to pull up. I don't even want this shit on my computer because I'm not into this, a lot of this stuff, man. This multimedia, I'm not into that, man. Because people get all caught up with it. I'm like, nope. I'm like, you don't get me caught up with it. Yeah. And I'm trying to find it. Let me switch where I look at it. I'm looking for it at one spot. So I'll look for it somewhere else because on here it's not giving me the good search that I need. So I'll check it somewhere else. Because I know I saw it. And these things here, man, they try to force you. I'm telling you, man, they try to force you to use stuff like the Twitter and stuff. They try to force you to use that shit. because I actually signed up, but I never use it. And so guess what? They always they send me so many emails and tell me what other people. I'm like, I'm not following these people. I don't chat with these people. Why are you telling me what they said? I'm like, I don't care. I can care less. You know? Yeah, because what I'm finding here is just on. I'll find it. I'll look for it later on, but maybe you guys will be able. Maybe you guys will be able to find it. But this is just, I don't know what date this one is, because it's an older date. News break. So I'm just gonna see what it says. Okay, here it goes right here. And this one is I don't know. This doesn't have a date. I already told you what it was, news break. So this is what it is. It says that Yordanis Ugas recently did a live on his Twitter where he was asked about facing Terrence Crawford. And he revealed that he had actually beat Crawford in the amateurs, 27-10. He also took to Twitter to express who he wants next. Here's his list. Okay, so his list is Terrence Crawford. He wants Terrence Crawford next. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, or Errol Spence. And the thing is, I cannot find. You guys might be able to find a better source than what I got. And you'll be able to see what he actually wrote on his Twitter, because it's probably still up. It's probably still up. I don't think when he put his hashtag down there, I don't think he changed it or nothing like that. Because he just never got, like I said, just never got the nod. And and like I said, I don't like to keep going through these things, like going to find out, what one fighter said to another. Damn it, just get the fights done, man. Yeah, just get the fights done, man. Stop playing with us. It's like y'all play too much, man. Y'all play too much. So if he said this over a year ago, or whatever, it is what it is. Then stop lying on him, and stop. And see, our whole thing is when we say that, because we covered this earlier anyway. So when we covered this earlier, what we were saying is that a lot of people are gonna say what they're gonna say. And just like, okay, this is the most classic example right here for the face of boxing, who was Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao got in the ring. Now let's think about two things, at least two. So Manny Pacquiao got in the ring against Errol Spence. Now, if Errol Spence would have fought Manny Pacquiao in Texas, how big of a sellout and how big of an event would that have been? Earl being from there, and then Manny bring his people in, the money and everything else that would have been generated. Even though he sounded kind of hesitant, was his voice going towards Spence like, yeah, we can get this in next? Did it sound like he wanted to get it next? Should have been fighting him before Porter fought, right? Didn't it sound like he should have been next? See, nobody want to talk about it. But it's always Don Dada and everybody else. What happens is that a lot of these fighters, they're doing a lot of talking because, look, they're not the promoter. They sign paperwork, but they're not the man of paperwork. They're not reaching underneath the desk and pulling out a contract and writing their own check. The ones that promote themselves is doing that. But these fighters are not, especially Crawford is not doing that, man. He got y'all thinking that he want to fight everybody, but hey, Crawford, I don't see you with no paperwork in your hand. You got to have some kind of paperwork in your hand. Jamie Donnelly in here said, yo, said hello to the web. He said, what it do? Does anybody see Jamie in here? Okay, he seen it. Okay, because we me seen it. We me is asking questions. Hey, so Jamie, you go ahead and holler at we me. We me want to know what to do. He said, how you doing, Eagles Web? Did you speak to Mallory about coming on the show, brother? Mallory. Okay, that's a troll, y'all. Okay, that's a troll, man. Y'all can go ahead and throw him out. He came in proper, but me, you can go and toss him out. You can just make him disappear forever. He came in, he was trying to be proper when he came in, then he just came in and just started being stupid, like right away or whatever like that. Yeah, because he's worried about my channel and stuff like that. But he got his ass in here, giving me views and stuff, but he worried about my channel. No, why are you worried about my channel? Because I'm not supposed to have but a certain amount of people in here. Because there's only a certain amount of real people in the first place. And I explained that to my chat. It's only a certain amount, a handful of real people. I'm real, and the people that come in here is real. Their chats can have thousands and millions of subscribers or whatever they want, or they can have that many people in their chat. But this is a real chat. So my real people come see me. People that mess with me, I mess with them. The real people. So the rest of you, when you come in here and saying stuff like that, you wasn't supposed to be in here. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because you phony. And plus, we talk about other stuff too. We talk about real issues and stuff. We talk about this whole story about where we at, far as this whole our whole family of just living and prospering together, and just the deceptions that are thrown at us on a daily basis. We talk about stuff like that. But you being just a troll and a phony, of course, these type of things are not going to be affect you whatsoever, because you're the dumbass that, see, you'll jump on the roller coaster ride late as it's moving. You'll jump your ass in to where you can't even lock yourself down and nothing else. And plus you don't even know, they didn't even tell you that the roller coaster was the roller coaster to hell. And your dumb ass done hopped on there. So that's the type of person you are. And that's why you got your ass thrown the hell out. And right behind him, we got another one in there right away. Yeah. And so y'all can go ahead and, this new one, this Giggles, y'all can go ahead and throw Giggles' ass out too. Yeah, so you can throw, so y'all can go ahead and throw Giggles' ass out too, man, so we can finish our discussion. See, it's always a new one, me. He said why they use James and Jamie. I don't know, man. Hi, me. I know, yeah, they be using these. See, they use, and see that, and they know I don't like when they start using like a strong name like Yamez. Like they use Yamez and stuff. You know, we call it James, yeah, but they use Yamez and stuff. Yamez is strong names, man. Stop using strong names and coming in here and even saying anything. Just get your ass up out of here. Yeah. You making me come in here. We and me got to come in, and he got to come in doing work. Come in late. He come in late, and as soon as he come in here, he got to start doing work. Yeah, that's all right. That's what you there for, brother. Yeah, me said, God dang, I come in the Eagle. He said, I come in the Eagles web. I got to start. He said, I got to take my neck wrench out. You got another one. Yeah, and here's another one, and there's some more work for you right there. That's right. You tell me. He said, get neck and Eagles web boxing. He said, that fire. Hey, you got another one right below your comment. You can go ahead, yeah. This toss his ass out for good too. Like, and you right. It's not just them using Jamie and Jamie and stuff like that, but just using all J's. Like they too stupid. They can't think. They don't know any other names. It's like you don't know no other names, man. You don't know no other names and stuff. So that you getting smashed up for coming in saying stupid shit. And try, like, I'm going to lose my thought now. So now I'm not going to be able to say, what fights we need to see. And they probably listening, probably on top of the web, didn't want to come down and then decide to come down, this late. Now you're going to come down and get smashed. You know what I mean? Why come down and get smashed? And then you get one right underneath you get another one to smash too, me. Now you probably going to have a few of them, man. You probably got a few of them that you can get rid of. They just come, they lining up now. They lining up just to come in and say stuff. But see, what they're not paying attention to is, yeah, you go and give me all the views you want to, but what you don't pay attention to when you come in here and saying just anything to me, you don't know shit about me, and you don't know nothing about the people that mess with me. See where my hands is? You think I'm getting rid of you? You better recognize and look at who just put your ass out, because I got people in here that put your ass out. And see, now Derek Bailey is getting to work. As a matter of fact, you might as well go ahead and you might as well do just like Derek did. You might as well just go ahead and get rid of him for good, man. Okay, I see you. Okay, you had one. Let me see, but okay, you did. Okay, I see. Is one of them y'all let? No, DB got rid of him too. And I know once Derek to the Bailey, then once y'all got Derek to the Bailey getting heated on you, it's already over with. Because Derek to the Bailey don't come in here. He don't come here. He does not come in the Eagles web for that shit. He don't come in here for that. So when you do that shit around him, and he has to do something, I know it's over with for you. And I know you was foul when you came in here if Derek to the Bailey had to get rid of your ass. But don't worry. And then we got somebody else to get rid of. We got a Ned in here. Ned jealous. Ned coming here all jealous. I know you hating Ned. You jealous. What you probably weigh like about what? You probably weigh like 90 pounds. Got all kinds of nasty little diseases and stuff. Ned, you sound nasty. I bet you dripping with festering sores and everything else, man. And you worried about me because you ain't like that, right? You ain't like that, huh? You didn't know that was there, huh? You just thought, you didn't know who I was, huh? Huh? I'm still at 250. What? What you need? Huh? That's why you're on your way out. That's what it is, baby. Y'all, everybody know that. They said this is I should just go ahead and put up the smash sign. Really, that's right. But we meet till today. We are key. He said troll train full today. There we go. Hey, but y'all needed some time. Y'all need to get to work. So just keep your eyes open and you see what happened. And they know. Yeah. Well, we're gonna see if I am crusty. What we gonna see? My girl don't think I'm crusty. And your favorite don't think I'm crusty. The one that had you. But I'm not even gonna go there because I'm actually awful when it comes to, if I start to snap out, I do way too much. And I want my show to still stay with grown folks. I want it to be, you know what I'm saying? I keep it in a grown folk way. Because once I start stooping to others' levels and stuff like that, and I could just call all y'all is a bunch of bitches, but my fam is already going to take care of you anyway. Because you guys already got them alerted. But you're right. The troll train's up, man. They all throughout here, like I said. And I know they would come running because they probably don't like the fact that we was talking about they little stinking fake champion. Because this all came about, if you realize, I'm going to show you what I had up when this came about. And their fighters was not the only ones that was on there. Oh, no, not exhibition. Okay, but there goes one right there. I'm gonna put the screen up. What this is when they started coming in. Right here. Yeah, and see, this is when they came in. And see, the thing about it is this is what they don't understand. I got 3 guys of color up here. But because they seen the one in the middle at the bottom, because they seen him, and then they just overreacted. Because that's probably who they seen right there. They seen Fury, and they just, oh, no, don't talk about Fury. Oh, you're old and crusty or whatever. What's crusty on me? I know I smell good. I know I cleaned up real good today. I know I did my traditional haircut today. I cut my hair a little bit today. So I know that. So I know it's not that. You mad because I used the lavender soap today? What you mad about? Come here all heated and upset because because of all these fighters that they trying to hit us with is all manufactured fighters. Huh? They all manufactured fighters. And guess what? On the replay, people might hear that I said your name, but you're just an afterthought. But guess what? On the live replay, you don't even exist anymore. Nobody's ever gonna see you. And because you just came through, and that's right, just like Me said. He said the troll train is full today. And then he came back again. He said free fan reaction. That's what it is. It's because you got these frauds and cheaters, and so you get mad because we're looking for alpha, and that's what you got mad about. See, because you know you're not an alpha. I'm not an alpha, so you got mad. You got mad at Eagle because he put up alphas. And everybody's saying that, I mean, yeah. And even though Don Dada was playing around, but that is actually in the news too, though, Don Dada, even though I didn't bring it up. And that's on Boxing News. It says, will we see a Golovkin Canelo 3? And then right after that, it says, do we need this fight? See? So one thing I can say about old media, this is one thing I can say about them. The one thing I can say about old media is it seems like they are learning a little bit from us. That they are learning like, oh shit, I better just chill on that. And at least they will they'll throw it up like two different ways. So in other words, they don't just blurt out and just say keep stuff one way. Because they want to be safe. They don't want I think they just tired of getting roasted. And I think that's what it is, because they definitely gonna get it. If they say the wrong thing, they definitely gonna get roasted. And so they just like, oh shit, I better be careful. Let's say it this way. And I think we might be safe. Yeah. I'm trying to see what I had on my page here. Okay, yeah. So I needed to because I can't see my title on here. You guys can see it, but I can't. It said the alpha is here. It said part 3, Eagle Heat, and it ends up being there's no alpha here. Manny's the alpha, and we still trying to find some more alphas here, but you guys saying well, maybe Ryan is. Gary Russell, is just a handful. Is just not too many. I mean Wilder, but it's we all got these breaking points. We got to put stipulations on everything. Like we can give it to you, but I don't know exactly if we can give it to you right now because you did this. You see what I mean? So that's what we're looking at when it comes to our champions and our alphas and stuff like that. And then the title, see? I don't know what it is, man. And y'all got to, y'all got to look at it, man. When I get these people coming in, and I know y'all probably freaking out to like, God dang, I can't believe that my title, the way that I had my title, it worked out just perfectly for the idiots that come in. You see what I mean? For the idiots that come in, it just worked out perfect. It works out perfect for them. You see? It works out perfect because the way I titled it is almost like a setup. So I set them up, and they didn't even expect it because the alpha is here. Now I put part 3 because we keep discussing this stuff, and it says Eagle Heat. See, and then the Eagle Heat. They thought the Eagle Heat was coming from me. They didn't know about Derek Bailey, and they didn't know about We Me TV. They didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, y'all let him live a little bit. Oh, yeah. And matter of fact, We Me. If you're the one that got rid of him, that Graham, this make him disappear. Because the way I've been letting him come back. Not me, but the way y'all been letting him come back, man. So make sure y'all completely just head him. Oh yeah, I see. We Me got him. Yeah, okay, We Me, you got him. Yeah, because just make him totally disappear. Because we don't even need him around at all. Yep. fans' reaction. He said, "Did you see the boxing news the Wilder article? Which one's we me?" That's right, Don. Tell him, so, Controls, go sit your ass down. And I don't know why Don being all lazy and shit today. Damn, Don, you could have put you some good work in today. Yeah. So this is going to be one of my streams where I get the thumbs down. And they always come in and say the same thing. Oh, crusty. Oh, man. They say stupid shit like that. Oh, what do they say? Oh, you a grumpy old man. You're old. You crusty. You this and that. They just get mad. They get mad because they don't have shit. All they have is just their little remarks. That's all they got. They don't have shit. Yeah. Yeah. I see. We me got his ass. We me said Graham have no neck. He said you ain't got no neck. He took your shit off. All you can do is listen now. Now who crusty? You can't even bring your ass up in here. I don't know. I had to check out the boxing news with the Wilder article. Because I got it. I don't know. Maybe because I know I deleted something earlier, man. Because I got the feed, but I don't know if I got it. So I'll go back through and check out what the article, see if I can find the article. So yeah, I'll find out what it is. Let me see. I'll just put it up right now. Let me see. Maybe I can pull it back up. Yeah, let's put it up there. Let me see. Oh, you talking about, was it a few days ago? Yeah. Because I know they bringing up something. Now, I know if you might be talking about, because they got the World Boxing News. I knew about that one, about Wilder got knocked down, like I don't know, 10 years ago, something like 12 years ago, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know which one you was talking about. But if you're saying he's not pulling out, because that's another stupid thing that they keep saying. Oh, Wilder's pulling out the fight and this and that. Wilder ain't pulling out no fight. Y'all can get all the way the hell up out of here. Wilder is not pulling out no fight. And plus, us as fans, we're not putting up with this dumb shit no more. So y'all can just forget it. We're not putting up with that, man. Y'all got us watching fights in a whole different form. You see what I mean? You got us watching in a whole different form. And see, I didn't even have my screen on right there where y'all got rid of this last one. I didn't even have my screen on. But y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all eating. Y'all working. Y'all slaying them. Then that's what they got to get. Okay, you just timed them out. Oh, me just timed them out for a minute. Let me see what he got out there. Oh, okay. I see why you had that. Put his ass on top. Yeah, I see why you had that. Yep. Yep. I see why you had that one. Yep. Because even then, what I did is when I went back through the fight, and we went back through the fight so many different times that Wilder won on points, on rounds, on everything. The only thing Tyson won on is he landed, I think, a couple more punches than Wilder did. But that has to go back to effective aggressiveness and stuff like that, or just even accuracy and power of the punch, stuff like that. So he still would have lost. So you're telling me if you hit me with 2 jabs, you hit me with, okay, I'll put it this way. You hit me with 5 jabs, right? In a round. You hit me with 5 jabs. But I hit you with 3 uppercuts. Who wins the round? 3 hard-ass uppercuts. And you stagger back to your corner. Dawg said 2 troll changes. Yeah, they loading up. Let's look at them again, man, since y'all talking about them. Let's look at them again. They in here, yeah. There we go. He said there's two trains for today. Yep. Well, somebody's teaching them to hate, to come here and hate. They're finding out, and some of them probably the same person. And I know that somebody mentioned that it was one of my mods that does that. But I don't think y'all have the time for that. Yeah, they talking about crack dealers and all kind of stuff. God dang, crack dealer. And matter of fact, he has a face on it. I don't know whose face that is, but he got that one. That one has a face on his. Yeah. And you got another idiot up in here. They just constantly coming in. Yeah. But y'all just putting the time on them. Okay. Yeah. But they trolling though. So if you guys want to just totally get rid of them, it's up to y'all. If y'all want to totally get rid of them, y'all can put them on the time. But look, they burnt shit. My girl keep blowing my phone up, man. But we'll get back. Hey, we'll get back into it, man. We'll get back into it. We ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? We got to spend the whole show just with me talking bad about them. Talking about these idiots that keep coming up in here. And you're welcome. Thanks for the view, but you're welcome to just come on in, get smashed out, and then come back again and get smashed out again. Because that's all you basically going to get. Because my web ain't playing with you. My web watchers, we not playing like that. Yeah. And I ain't got no chance. And we meet TV till this day. We are king. I didn't have a chance to thin their necks out, y'all, because y'all just smashing them. Y'all smashing them on top of the thick neck. Y'all just taking that thick neck and just getting rid of it. Yep. I ain't have a chance to talk. I only had a chance to talk bad about one of them, and I didn't get a chance to talk about him too bad. Because they can't, they're real slow thinkers. They're real slow thinkers. Whoever, their thought process is not very good when they come in here. Like I said, I got too much weaponry for them. So when they come in like that, they just automatically, it's like they putting their head out there. Because they're going to get slayed. You know what I mean? Because soon, they're going to get slayed. And just, so watch out. So even watch out for H Money. He said, Mr. Dozen. So he with Eddie Hearn in them, which is not allowed in here. He with the snake. He said, keep up the fire, bro. Hey, that's what we do up in here. But so I'll take the compliment. Then he come right back with something else. But then me right here, Derek Bailey right here, all my people right here. So we waiting on y'all. So it don't matter. No matter how many you throw at us, we take next. I might thin them out. But my web, sometimes they can't wait. And they go ahead and get busy with it. But we're going to get to the bottom of this. Who's the alpha now? And who we're not going to let them just force on us. Because they trying to force all these fighters on it. And I might do a little small segment on this right here. Yeah, Money Mr. Trolls, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get back at this, man. Just go back and, just check out what we had to talk about. Yeah. And there you guys get one on the way out. You guys get somebody else to hide on the way out. Spamming my chat. Why would you want to spam the chat? And you're on your way out. You know what I mean? What an idiot. Spamming the chat just to get taken out. Now you can't even say nothing. Now you just muffled. Now you just muffled yourself. But anyway, we're gonna get back. We'll get back at it Friday, man. Y'all come back through. Bring your wrenches with you. We'll have some more on this, and we'll just have some more. We'll have something else. Maybe a surprise. We'll see. I'll figure it out tonight and tomorrow. Figure out what we're going to, what kind of surprise we can do for our Friday smash. Because I know you guys like to go into the weekend laughing and stuff like that. So maybe we'll do a special troll show or something. Yeah. He said, I seen it on the side chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, you talking about the Wilder thing? Yeah. But yeah, this one, y'all, I don't know how y'all let him go so far. I had to get rid of him though, because he was gonna spam. He's gonna try to turn the whole chat and the hey, hi, all this stuff there. But anyway, man, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all, the web watchers, on Wednesday that mess with me. That's right, I changed it up, man. Nothing but blessings.